Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports. It's a pleasure to have you here this Sunday evening here at in my neck of the woods. So if it's morning where you're at, well, I look forward to seeing what you have to say out there. Make sure you chat it up in all of the chats. Thank you very much to everybody out there tuning in for the Kickin Assphalt Truck Series here on, of course, iRacing, the platform for all sim racing here on Signature Esports. A lot of fun to be had. Daytona last week was very eventful for all of us. And I will say that it is going to be exciting. 30 laps here at the Daytona Road Course, the Daytona 105. Go Hammond, says Darth out there. Holly said, let's go Cold Tour. Tammy said, let's go, or said, good luck out there. No doubt cheering on Schreiber out there. A lot of trucks, a lot of good talent here. The Daytona Road Course is, of course, one of the trickier new courses for the NASCAR circuit, but it's been very, very, very good to see these guys get out here and practice. Right now, Hibbs fastest in qualifying at the moment, and we're going to see how the starting grid kind of lines up for everybody out here. Localized cautions for all the drivers. Big special thank you to all of the sponsors for the Kickin Assphalt Truck Series. They are absolutely wonderful. We're only going to have 4 of them. We figured out part of my issue last week, and I do apologize again about that issue. We don't like to see that, but we got 4 of at least the 8 sponsors up there right now, but we will go over all of them because they're all fantastic. Right there you see Blues Diecast, Buttkicker, Feel What You've Been Missing, MCI Graphics, you can find them on Trading Paints, U-Haul Moving and Storage, YRD Designs, Team 126 Racing, Reaper Speedlab, Burning Rubber Radio. If you haven't checked out his little radio show that he's got, it's absolutely fantastic. Ayers iRacing Paints, you'll be able to check them out as well. So big special thank you to all of them. The Kickin Assphalt Daytona Road Course, they're going to start right there on the backstretch, and then I'll have a rolling start here. So it's a big track to go through, but we're going to have some fun with it. Gavin Hibbs is going to be your pole sitter. The number 32 with the Brett Holmes Racing Team. He's going to have Joe Francis to the outside, the number 33 here on the starting grid. Dustin Hall and Zachary Amirtis out there. The number 83 is going to start to the outside of the 26. James Cato in the number 3 with Anthony Crownover in the number 88. There is John Hammond, number 42. He's going to have Holt Johnson to the outside. Or Johnston, let me apologize about that. Jaron Valley and Dave King. That's going to make up row number 5 here for the drivers. Richard Likawa out there with the number 12 of the 12th spot of the number 23 Michael Carpenter out there. They are ready to rock and roll. Number 6. Row number 7 is going to be Magnus Anderson and Michael Coulter Jr. out there in that row number 7 spot. Ryan Hatch, the number 99, is going to have Tom Lanier in the number 38 to his outside, row number 8. GT Park out there with the 22. He's going to have Kevin Dampier in the 02. Rob Cunningham, the number 44, with Donnell Williams there in the 12. That's going to make up row number 10. Matt Swope, good to see him out there driving. It's going to have Jesse Cottrell out there in the number 22 spot. Matt Jorgensen and Elliott Swope. That'll make up row number 12. We're going to continue to move down that starting grid. Bradley Brendan, Marshall Layton, and Michael Eckhart out there. Those drivers ready to rock and roll here. That'll make up the starting grid. And it's going to be interesting to see what these folks are ready to rock and roll. Here's your race information. They're going to run 30 laps here at the Daytona Road Course, 3.5 miles in length. So it's roughly between 105, depending on how they drive it, 105, 107 miles, somewhere in there. We put it as a 105-mile race. Reaper Speedlab, Burning Rubber Radio, Team 126 Racing, Blues Diecast, Buttkicker, YRD Designs, MCI Graphics, U-Haul Moving and Storage, Ayers iRacing Paints. Make sure you go and check all those folks out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Track temperature right now, 69 degrees. Nighttime is the right time for all of these drivers, and they're ready to rock and roll. Cloudy skies, of course. Won't play that big of a factor here, but we'll see kind of how it progresses and what they're going to be able to do here. So thank you to all the sponsors. Thank you to all the folks out there. If you like what you see, give us a like and follow on Facebook, Signature Esports, on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Would love to see you out there. Love to see what you throw out there as well. I'm excited to see what's going to happen here. Let's go number 2. Get it, says Beth out there. We're going to have some fun with it. Definitely excited to see what they're going to be able to bring here. Total number of turns for the NASCAR road course here for Daytona, 14, including the front chicane. Pit road is to be fun. Pit road speed's going to be nice and easy for them to be able to get into, between 55 and 60 miles an hour. And 70% fuel should put them somewhere about halfway when it comes to the pit strategy here. Hibbs ready to rock and roll. Francis is going to be there to the outside. Pace car is going to dive off on the pit road, and they are going to go green flag racing here. Daytona Road Series, Kickin Assphalt Truck Series. They're race 2 here as the green flag flies. Turn 1 is going to be busy. 32 of Gavin Hibbs into turn 1, nice and smooth, down into the gears, rolling it. Nice and easy. Turn 2, we'll go through the turns. You see all the congestion back there, but everybody's just going to try to take it easy. I think we're going to see some off tracks. We're going to see some hard racing, but for the time being, I think we're going to see everybody kind of take it easy. There is turn number 3, a little off track for somebody. Turn 3 coming up. There's the little dog leg. Turn 4. Turn 5 is almost like a horseshoe here, as you see the 32 get into it. High up on the track right there, comes down in, hits the little straightaway before turn 6. Turn 6, one of the on older tires, turn 6 becomes kind of an issue. You've got to get down into the gear. There's a little flat spot right here, and then you get up onto the main super speedway, traditional turn 1, which is turn 7 here at the Daytona Road Course. Follow along with the 32. Out of turn 8 is going to be traditional turn 2 before they hit the backstretch and have to get down into the speed zone before the braking zone for turn 9, which is going to be the bus stop. Bus stop coming up for the number 32. You're going to see him right here. Hibbs into it. Bus stop. There's turn 9 and turn 10 all the way down and back on the track for the super speedway. A traditional turn 3 will be the turn 11 for these drivers, and Hibbs taking us through the course right here on the start of it as they carry into turn 4. Hibbs right now 2.2 seconds over Hall. And then the front stretch chicane, it's going to be a little bit of a turtle area. There they are. That's 13 and 14 back into the front stretch. Lap 1 is complete for the drivers, and now they're ready to rock and roll. Good racing so far. Ryan Hatch, a little bit of an issue for him right there. Looks like he might have had to stop. He's in 14th. We'll take a look and see what happened here as we see the 99 has the 23 behind him. Gets into the braking zone. This is where he is at. Ooh, locks up the tires. And that's something we're going to see here. We're going to see drivers carry a lot of speed into some of the chicanes, and we might see some of the tires kind of lock up there. So all good things for him. He gets back out there and gets back on the track, and it's going to be ready to rock and roll. Hibbs, number 32, 3.5 seconds over Joe Francis. Francis, the 33, was one of the fastest drivers in practice as we see that Chevrolet enter turn somewhere around turn 4, turn 5. Matt Swope off track. Looks like he might have had an issue. There's turn 5. Now they're going to come up to turn 6. Mirtes, the number 83, rolling through. Right now, Joe Francis, A-class driver in the Road Series. 4.58 safety rating for him and 1,500 I rating. 1,547 for the number 33. So one of the guys out there with one of the higher I ratings. Trying to dominate here. Trying to catch back up to the number 32 of Gavin Hibbs with the 1481 I-rated B-class driver in the Road Series. Hibbs right there trying to work his magic into the front stretch chicane. Or I'm sorry, the bus stop back there. There is the bus stop. He is rolling through nice and easy. Mirtes, number 83. Still trying to track down from second on back. All these drivers are very close to each other, so maybe some things to work on as they start to progress. Lap 2 underway as the 26 of Hall in fourth. Off the spot from where he started, only to the 83 in front of him. So right now, not much loss, not much gain. All this about the points for the end of the season. You see the front stretch chicane very busy as Crown over number 88 drives the Toyota out of the chicane, able to pick up some speed into the gears. James Cato, he's off a spot. He and the 88 have kind of swapped positions there for a little bit, but we see the Bomberito, number 3, working the best magic. Gavin Hibbs just ran the fastest lap of the race so far, 1:56.04. Joe Francis' second fastest lap with a 1:57.42. This is 33, tries to find a little bit more speed out of turn number 3, and they're going to hit that little dog leg to the left. You see Hibbs up there. He hits that dog leg with a ton of speed, and the 33 is going to whip that truck in there. Very good drive off for him here. Lap 3 being completed so far. Let's go through the field, kind of see where everybody is. Rob Cunningham, the number 44. He's got that Richmar paint scheme right there. If you haven't seen Richmar's pretty. He's got a lot of drivers out there, and we appreciate Rich putting a lot of love into the iRacing circuit, not only the iRacing circuit, but the esports platforms. He's tracking down the 49 in front of him. There's Mike Eckhart right there, the number 49, trying to just do what he can to get around the track. Nice and easy. 41 of Bradley Brandon right there side by side with him. Now he's going to clear him just a little bit, so he's going to get into the turn 4 dog leg here. A little right side damage for the truck, maybe a little beating and banging going on. Kevin Dampier, the number 02 here, driving that Chevy America's Auto Auction, gets a little bit loose on the turn 5 exit. That's a little bit flatter right there for most of the drivers. And without all that banking, these trucks become a pain in the tuchus to kind of drive out of the circuit. But he hits turn 6 really well, and it's going to start trying to catch the number 38. There's Tom Lanier right there. Turn 1, turn 2 traditionally. Right now, turn 7 and turn 8. He'll hit the flat backstretch right here. We'll follow along with the number 38 as he gets into the braking zone. You see him hard on the brakes, downshifting into the bus stop. Exit really good. And off track for the 99. He's going to make the pass there. So Ryan Hatch back there. There is nice little rig going on here. So maybe some time for him. He's got the 02 on his bumper. We'll follow along with these two as they get ready to hit that front stretch chicane. The 02 of Kevin Dampier down into the brakes. It's going to hit that zone. And then down into the gears, turning over. Nice clean exit for the 02. He's catching back up. Nice little drive off. 24 of Marshall Layton. There is the man himself. Guy who runs all this thing. Well, he's got a clean looking truck right now, so maybe he's just kind of chilling out, relaxing just a little bit. 18th, up 8 spots from the start of the race, and he's having a pretty good drive off right here. The Koenig number 24 into turn number 3. It's going to have the dog leg coming up. You see some off tracks, some folks having some issues, but most definitely the race is far from over. Pit stops are going to be a big factor here as you see turn 4 be busy. That's turn 4. Turn 5 coming up for the number 24. Elliott Swope is the driver he's tracking down, driving the Monster Energy number 1. And that Ford having a fantastic day so far. He's up 7 spots to 17th, so he's just trying to kind of make it. Oh, he's a little off track there. Hopefully we didn't give him any bad luck. He's going to back up. He slowed down really well right there to minimize the damage on that one. And we'll take a look one more time here. He was coming around. Here is, that was turn 5. Here's turn 6. We talk about turn 6 being trouble. You got to break into the corner. And then if you lock it up, and he did a good job of initially, you don't want to hit the right side of that vehicle. If you hit the right side of that vehicle, you're going to end up tearing up the radiator. So he took most of the damage on the left side of that truck and does a phenomenal job of getting back out there. And so here he is into the bus stop, back up to speed in 18th, still up 6 spots. Marshall Layton takes over 17th. He's up 9. Jesse Cottrell, there's the number 10 truck. Fastener Supply, number 10, rolling through it there, having a good day. Up 6 spots. Michael Coulter Jr., there he is. There's number 2, RVs.com, rolling through it. Driving an actual paint scheme from the series out there. The number 2 has a little bit of company, but right behind him, the number 10 trying to track him down. They are having a great drive off. Turn 3 for both of those. The GMS Buttkicker, number 2, right behind him, or right in front of him, and the number 10 of Jesse Cottrell right behind him. Matt Jorgensen is the driver they're chasing. The number 82 has the Roman Empire paint scheme on his truck. Jorgensen up 9 spots to 14th. Here to compete and enjoy his drive off turn 6 into traditional turn 1 for Daytona as turn 7. Not a bad drive. Off 4 spots, Jaron Valley, the number 66, is still flying around the track. We see the Simcraft Toyota working down the backstretch. He's trying to have a little bit more fun. Reaper Speedlab's 25. You know, I thought I changed that before. We're gonna change that to just the Reaper 25 to go. There we go. That'll make things a little bit easier to read up there for you. Daytona having a good drive off for the drivers. They started with 25 laps to go for everybody. And we'll see some pit strategy, a few off tracks up there. There's Michael Carpenter in that 23, right where he started in 12th. Evan has a little bit of right side. There's the U-Haul paint scheme. Big shout out to U-Haul Moving and Storage, one of the sponsors here for the Kickin Assphalt Truck Series here on iRacing. Magnus Anderson up 2 spots. The 98 tracking down the 6 in front of him. There's Richard Likawa. A little bit of in and out right there. Number 6 carrying turn number 3 quite nicely. A little bit free, but he looks like he's driving very well. There's some battling going on in front of him. John Hammond, number 42, trying to get to the inside of the 62. The battle here into turn number 5 as the braking zone, a little bit different for everybody. The Toyota has the Chevy to the inside. 42 trying to close in the distance, trying to get around the 62 of Holt Johnston in front of him. Holt right where he started in 8th position, and they are really, really closing down. 6 there to the outside. The draft here going to be a good. I want to talk about the exit speed for these drivers. Holt Johnston in front of the 42. Closing the distance onto the backstretch. They're going to be able to carry the draft down the backstretch. And this is where your drive off of the corner is very important out of 7, because it'll determine whether or not you're going to be able to close any kind of distance onto the bus stop. The 42 there doing a phenomenal job being able to wiggle himself free, and is in the hunt for the 62 right there. Holt Johnston, he is tracking down somebody. There's the 21, the pit boss Chevy Silverado of Dave King. Number 21 having a pretty darn good day. He started 10th. He's in 7th right now. The number 3 is in his sights. He's coming into turn 1 here right there by the pit road exit as the number 3 off a spot from where he started 5th on the pit cycle, in 6th right now. He's tracking down the number 83. Zachary is not doing too bad. He's still off the spot as well, but he's having a top 5 kind of night. He's trying to track down the 26 of Dustin Hall. And Dustin Hall in 4th off a spot from where he started. He started 3rd. Anthony Crownover, though, one of the bigger movers inside the top 5. He's up 3 spots. The number 88 battling for 3rd here as these drivers right behind him. Joe Francis in 2nd, right where he started. He's got that 5 seconds that he's trying to find any kind of speed over Gavin Hibbs. And right now, Gavin Hibbs and Joe Francis running some of the faster laps. Let's take a look at the difference on these two drivers as Mr. Hibbs comes into the bus stop. Last 5 lap times for the drivers. Hibbs ran his fastest lap of the race on lap 3, 1:55.873 for the driver. It was 1 second better, 1.1 seconds better than Francis. And right now, Joe Francis on 4 and 5, starting to pull in the distance just a little bit. Lap 6, a little bit better for Hibbs as they start to hit the front stretch chicane here on the NASCAR server. 32 with 23 laps to go. The 33 right behind him. The 2 Chevys making it stick, doing a phenomenal job. Carried a little bit of extra speed. What was that last one like for the... Does look like he has got a lot of speed, better than the 88 behind him. But Gavin Hibbs and Francis, they're about 3/10 of a second apart on lap times on the last one there. As Francis has some fun. Whoa, someone blew their engine. Looks like the number 4 truck is going to get off track right there. Looked like the 4 behind him. That was Bradley Brandon, and 41. He went ahead and jumped to pits. It looked like he blew his engine there, so maybe a tow coming up here for him, and maybe some interesting things happening right there. Good to see everybody out there. Thank you for tuning in. Again, my name's Jason with Signature Esports, and this series, we're going to start it with Daytona. I had a few hiccups on my end, and part of it was iRacing, but some of it was mine. I figured out what was going on there, so made that fix. We're going to make a permanent fix with it this week, and now that we've got some really good footage now, I'm going to be able to get these drivers a new intro video. We'll start that process over the next week, so that'll be a lot of fun to be able to do. I'm excited to have that ready for the drivers, and of course I'm looking forward to seeing what they have next week, whereas this is going to be a lot of fun. They're making it work. Nice little series that they have, and I've been going back and watching their past seasons and kind of watching some of their other broadcasts and enjoying what they've been able to bring. And they've got a little Facebook group out there if you want to join it, Kickin Assphalt Truck Series. It's on Facebook, so make sure you look at that. 32 out front, 5 seconds the difference. Joe Francis starting to close down just a little bit. He gets a little bit better each lap, and quite possibly these two are really holding on to it. Dustin Hall taking over third spot, but for how long? Because the 83 is going to be there to the inside. Front stretch, very busy for both of their drivers. Turn one is going to see both the 83 and the 26 come into it right away. And we will take a look at the gyro cam here. You see how much these trucks have to utilize every line that they can. You hear the exit of these trucks a little bit loose for the 83 in front of them. You see that, but right here into the corner, wide to the bottom, utilizing all of that ground. And as we follow along with Dustin Hall here, we'll see how this this turn 5 works for him. Same kind of turn as turn 3, but it is a little bit more sharp when it comes to the exit, and you can find yourself very free on the out. But I want to take a look here. Turn 6, as these drivers get out of the gear into it, have to come down here, have a good drive off next to the yellow, and then get themselves into the throttle for the traditional turn up next to the wall and dropping back down onto the super speedway racing line. As you see Mr. Hall, what a good drive off. He's currently sitting in fourth, trying to get himself back to third spot, and we'll watch the bus stop here into the brakes. That 2 marker, you see him up there on the top right of your screen. Bus stop, very, very nice drive off here. There they go. Into the throttle. And third gear, 22 laps to go here for all of the drivers. Here's Gavin Hibbs hitting the front stretch. 4.2 seconds between he and Joe Francis behind him. Here's turn 1. Down into the gears, trying to kick himself around the corner with a lot of speed. Back into the throttle. Turn 2 is a little S-curve. And watch turn 3 into the brakes before the cones. Good little marker for you right there if you want to learn how to drive this thing. That's a good place to be stopping right there. Or to getting into the brakes. And now turn 4, look at the left-hander right here, free around the corner, up next to it, into the brakes. Turn 5. And a great entrance into turn 5. Right now he's carrying great speed. Joe Francis into turn 5 as we speak. Turn 6 is about to be. And just like that, on road, that's what's great about that. Just like that another 1.5 seconds gained by the race leader, Gavin Hibbs, over Joe Francis. Just on the way that you enter 3 and 4. Holly, you're amazing. I appreciate you. I love to broadcast. It's absolutely, it's what I do best. I like to drive, but, this is what I do. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. I love to broadcast. It's what we do. Michael Eckhart having an issue. Robert Cunningham off track. Let's take a look and see what happened to Mike. I think he might have entered. I think he did. I think he entered into the chicane. He's a little bit up there. Turn 3, turn 4 exit. Some nose damage for the driver. He locks him up into the front stretch chicane, and then just a little bit of a nose tap right there. So he's going to be off track, back on right there. Turn 1 busy for the 32. He's going to make it 20 laps to go, but he's going to come down pit road this time by as the 15-lap pit cycle starts to work. So maybe another pit, maybe that's going to be the pit strategy. 15 for everybody as they come around. Joe Francis out on pit road. Zach Mirtis, the 83. He's going to come around and looks like he's going to lead here. So the 83 is going to go another lap. With 20 laps to go, he's going to carry that speed around and try to extend his lead. Dustin Hall, the 26, trying to run his 2-minute lap time on the last one. So that'll play a big factor here. Joe Francis coming off of pit road right now. He's going to have fuel only on his pit stop. That's curious. Gavin Hibbs, tires and fuel. So we're going to see kind of where that driver fares out when it comes to taking tires and fuel. Anthony Crownover, James Cato in pit road as well. So they're going to hit their pit stop. Zachary, the 83, 2.7 seconds. Back is the 26 of Hall. He's going to come around and lead here into turn number 6. Holt Johnston up to 5th now at 3 spots. The 62 is yet to come to pit road. He needs to come to pit road. Dustin Hall needs to come to pit road as well. So we're going to see how long they're going to be able to make that work, make that stick for him. The driver you're looking for here, Gavin Hibbs, with new tires and fuel. He's tracking down his teammate, the 33, who's about 4 seconds ahead of him. John Hammond, the 42, coming around. He needs to come to pit road. Matt Jorgensen needs to as well. So all these drivers still on a pit cycle that's different than everybody else, but we'll see how that works in the long haul. Right now, new race leader, the 83, having a great drive off. He's got a black paint scheme, and he's got burning rubber I think it's burning rubber radio on the back quarter panel. Look at him go. Into the front stretch chicane for the 83. Needs to come around clean and exit. Is going to do so. Will come to pit road this time by. He's going to have Dustin Hall. Is going to come around and lead now. So he's going to make the pass on Zachary and Dustin, the 26, new race leader. So the third lead change so far for all of the drivers. Joe Francis, the 33, trying to track down the 26. And the one coming off of pit road right now as well. So there's Elliott Swope. He'll be technically a lap down at the moment. Eckhart having a little bit of issues out there on his lap 6. But we won't go and take a look at that. All right, 83 tires and everything. He got a little bit of damage fixed there for him as well. So the 83 coming off pit road. He'll be coming out in 4th. It does look like. It looks like Cato about about 10 seconds off of him. He came out on lap 10. 19 laps to go here for the Kickin Assphalt Truck Series, Daytona Road Series. They're having a nice little drive off. Let's take a look, see what's going on. The 99, he's around backwards. Something happened there. Ryan Hatch just kind of holding on to the brakes right there, letting some folks go around. Let's see what happened to that driver real quick. Kind of want to look and see here. Here he is. Looks like he was off on the side, turn 6 right there. Oh, he gets loose right there and just kind of backs it up. He says, I'm going to stay right here. Let everybody go by. He is still sitting there. I wonder kind of what's going on with that right there. The 26 of Dustin Hall, he's out front 0.8 of a second to Francis, and he's going to have some company. The 33 trying to hold on to it, and Hibbs is going to be right behind him. So there is the 26. He's going to come to pit road. Joe Francis is going to be a race leader, but Gavin Hibbs right behind him. The Southern State Bank, number 32. Trying to track down Joe Francis and have a phenomenal drive off here. This road series stuff is no joke. They're able to turn left and right here, so it's kind of interesting to see. Very good drive off so far for both of these guys, as they've got an 11-second lead over the 26 right now, who's on pit road. Ooh, a little bit loose from the 33. Francis trying to hold on to it there out of turn number 3. Turn 4 is going to be right here. You see him drive into the corner. Hibbs in second, working his patience around. Hibbs and Francis getting into the strictly stock channel. There's the 33 carrying turn 6 very well. He's able to pace himself with Gavin, but Gavin ran a heck of a fast lap his last time by, 155.23 for the driver, and so that'll be one of his fastest laps of the race. Joe's last lap, 158.32, and those he's moving on up. That's exactly right. Look at him go. Number 2. He's in 10th, 116 behind everybody, but you know, he hasn't come to pit road yet. So I would assume that as he comes around, once he gets back into pit road and gets some fresh tires and some fuel, it's all about strategy here. 18 laps to go here for both of these drivers. Gavin Hibbs going to the outside to make a pass on the 33 here. So the 32 carrying very well to the front stretch chicane. As you see the Turtles in a little bit of trouble. You want to, if you're going to go over the Turtles here on the front stretch, you want to make sure that you do so cleanly, and that right there really kind of made Joe Francis a little bit loose that time by, but working very well for him. 23 of Michael Carpenter coming off pit road. He'll be the first one of the first trucks to lap down to the race leaders, but that is only for a little while because he did get full fuel and maybe a little damage repaired and is ready to rock and roll. So the number 2 in 10th, it looks like Carpenter in 17th on 5 spots. Still a lot of racing left to go here with 17 laps to go in the Kickin Assphalt Truck Series Daytona Road at course 105. They're rolling. Joe Francis in second, still within marching distance of his of the 32. The 83, he's starting to catch some speed as this last time by, he's a little bit faster than the 33. And I think he came in at the right time. 11 laps in, he wanted to make it work for himself. James Cato, the number 3 truck, racing warehouse on the back of that Chevy. He is up to 4th, and he came in on 10 as well. Dustin Hall came in on 12th. He's came in on lap 12, and he is here in 5th, off 2 spots from where he started, but it's still working to his advantage. Leuna 26 Field of Power, it says on there. Very cool. Anthony Crownover back where he started, the number 88 in that Toyota. He's 158 lap times here, 158 to 159. His last one, 158.99. Fastest lap for this driver, 156.85. And he is rolling in 6th. Speaking of the 6th in 6th, the number 6 is looking for 7th right now. Looking at 7th right now, 111 off the pace. So just trying to get out there and work the best he can. But he's up 4 spots. He started 11th. He's in 7th. And so Rich is really starting to put some things together here as he tracks down Anthony Crownover. Holt Johnston in the number 62, the Halmar Toyota, in 8th, right where he started. So I call every opportunity to improve. If you're right where you started, then you can only go forward from there. Magnus Anderson in 9th, up 4 spots to number 98. Toyota's really kind of starting to pick off some drivers here. A lot of Chevys. First forward is going to be Elliott Swope in 18th. The number 1 truck, looking at the front of that truck in the back, looks like he's seen a few better days. But he's still up 6 spots. He started 24th. He's in 18th. He's the first Ford in the mix. Next Ford is going to be Tom Lanier. He looks like he is off track. He is not doing it. Dustin Hall, the number 26, in 5th, tracking some folks down. Matt Jorgensen, biggest mover of the race right now. He started 23rd. He's at 11th. And those who remember Matt Jorgensen from racing over at the Signature Series, we appreciate that guy. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome dude. Jorgensen at 11th, tracking down Dave King, the 21. He is coming into the front stretch of King, the pit boss driver, really holding on. Looks like something happened to Marshall Layton here. Take a look. 24 getting into, it does look like it might have been turn 3. Oh, man. That flat spot on turn, it looks like turn 4. Oh, the 3 into him. He wasn't trying to come back on track and get in the way of James. I'm sure that was unintentional there. So all good things, all good things. He's back out there running. Let's take a look at the nose of the 3 here, who's in 5th. Get a little left side, little right side, but I think he might be all right. 15 laps to go here, about halfway through the race. In the 32, 5 seconds over the 33 now, as the fresh tires proving the benefit for all of these guys. The 83 runs one of his fastest laps of the race, 1:56.02 this last time by, and he is trying to take that 25-second lap advantage and trying to work it down. So a top 3 cut of night for the 83. Dustin Hall into the front stretch chicane, 45 seconds off the race leader, but he's carrying good speed. His last lap was his best lap, 1:57.21. We'll see what kind of lap he puts down this time. 26 this time by, 1:58.58. So he's working it. James Cato he may have had a little bit of an issue on that lap, but he's still tracking down Dustin Hall in the 26. So they're a few seconds off of each other, and they're trying to make it work. Dustin Hall into turn 3, trying to be as smooth as he could be. I'm sorry, yeah, that was turn 3. Now he's into turn 4. I don't have a track map up, folks, so I'm looking at the look how loose he is out of the corner, out of turn 4. I'm looking at landmarks to see where they're at, so this is kind of where they're at. Big special thank you to all the sponsors out there. Reaper, of course, being a part of it. Reaper Speedlabs, Blues Diecast. Go find them out there. Burning Rubber Radio. We appreciate Andy DeLay and all the folks over there with that organization. Absolutely fantastic. A fantastic radio show. If you got to go check that out, go find them on Facebook. Reaper Speed Lab, of course, up there on your screen. And, of course, and always, just everybody out there. Thank you to all the folks out there watching, taking the time out of your day to do so. Here's a look at the entrance of the bus stop from the track side as the 26 drives into the bus stop and makes that exit. You see the speed that they have to carry to get up into that exit or that entrance of that turn. And so as Mr. Hall completes his lap, he really has pushed it to a nice fall off right there. So he gets into the front stretch chicane, seeing some traffic there, has some time to work with it. 22 off track right there. When you go off track, you have to serve a little bit of a penalty. That's GT Park right there, the number 22. Some people like road course racing in the trucks. Some people do not. These guys have done a pretty decent job. I mean, we're going to have off tracks. We're going to have people that have some of these drivers that like it. Some of them don't like it. But when you put it in the series, it's absolutely phenomenal. I enjoy watching it. There's the 32 going around the 66. And it looks like Jaron Valley will be a lap down. That Toyota lap down to the race leader. 14 laps to go. Fall along the nose. Whoa, into the brakes. You see how close the nose of that truck gets to the back of the 32. As you see the 66 trying to carry out of the corner. Oh, man, that was close. Carpenter tracking down the 2 of Coulter. Or Coulter. Turn 5, nice and easy for him. Here's going to be turn 6 for you. Look at turn 6. So here, look at all those tires that are over there. There's a flat spot right here, and then turn 6 finishes up right here. Appreciate the follow out there on Twitch. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Watch the nose of the 23 of Carpenter. He's down into the gears. Watch how that splitter drives into the corner here and just how much that truck rocks. Clean looking drive line. It's going to be midline for him there. Good drive off with the U-Haul 23. U-Haul, one of the sponsors here for the Kickin Assphalt Truck Series. Good little time for him right there. 32 of Hibbs. As the 83 goes around Francis. Joe Francis back to third. I missed the pass there, folks. I do apologize about that. So after some tires, Joe didn't take tires on his pit stop, but he did come to pit road. That's where the pass happened. So he came to pit road on 17, and he's sitting third right now. He had a lot of time to be able to do that, and so now with some fresh tires, it looks like he's going to be able to kind of work himself around and get to screaming around this track as he works his way around the 22 into turn 6. Flat spot for the number 33. Crownover in on pit road as well. Looks like he's going to take his pit stop and try to make it work. Voltaire back in the mix. He is back there in 15th. He's got John Hammond. He's tracking down. He came in on 13. So that's that. Oh, he's got a little bit of left or right rear. What happened to Mr. Coulter? I'm scrolling through. All good things. Gavin Hibbs out front, 26 seconds over the 83. Another pit stop coming for all the drivers, I do believe, as the 83 jumps into the front stretch chicane. He is trying to work his way up there. He's about 25.5 seconds. 25.8 seconds right here away from Gavin Hibbs, who has dominated today and had a phenomenal race line. And the strategy to beat, he came in, took tires, wanted to make it work, and has done so. About 12 to 13 laps for all the drivers. That's kind of what you run. Dustin Hall just ran his fastest lap of the race, 1:57.08. The 26 came in on lap 12, still trying to make it stick. And he is trying to catch up to Joe Francis. So he's improving even on older tires with 12 laps to go. 5-lap older tires, he runs his fastest lap of the race. The 10 truck just ran his fastest lap of the race, 1:59.04. So everybody improving over the long haul of the race. Very, very awesome to see. Last lap for Gavin Hibbs, 1:57.52. Zachary in the 83, he just ran a 1:58.44. Still trying to work himself up to the front. Joe Francis, 2 minutes 22 seconds because his last lap was a pit lap. And so the 33 trying to catch back up to the 83. And right now it's got about 8.5 seconds to do so. Dustin Hall, the number 26, in fourth. 1:58.66 on his last lap. And his Luna truck is looking pretty darn square off. James in the 3, inside the top 5. He's holding on. Francis off track, it says. Joe Francis went off track right there. He's going to have to slow down, serve the off-track penalty for just a moment. Something happened to Joe there. Was it the bus stop? It was the bus stop. He did. He went off track on the bus stop. Let's take a look. Here it is right here. He's into the bus stop. Oh, it's the chicane. Can't slow down. But he's able to save it there, and that's a pretty darn good drive. So a nice save for the 33. Just has to make sure that he gives up the time that he gained. Gavin Hibbs out front, 24.5 seconds. But the 83 just ran a faster lap than the race leader, almost a full second difference. Good battle going on. We're going to see what happens here with 11 laps to go. They're having a good drive. Jorgensen back to 11th as the 82 truck here, through pit strategy, has really worked himself nicely. But he has got some work to do. Jesse Cottrell in the number 10 truck got around him not too long ago, and there he is. He's got about 6 seconds ahead of. He's about 6 seconds ahead of Jorgensen at the moment. 6.1 seconds between the two drivers. Dave King in 9th, the 21. Pit strategy, and through his time, he's doing pretty darn good. Anthony Crownover in 8th, off 2 spots from where he started. Some of the a lot of these drivers only off a couple of spots from the start of the race. Anthony Crownover off 1 spot. He started 6th. He's tracking down Holt Johnston in turn 1 here. And so that will be a battle coming up here in just a moment as we see the 3 seconds between the 2 drivers start to diminish. Here's the battle box. We'll see. You see, that's Johnston right there. That's going to be the number 62. He's right in the middle. He's in 6th. You see the 2.5 seconds of Crownover, who is right behind him, trying to track him down to the number 88. Turn 5, busy for the drivers, and that gap is slowing very, very heavily. That left rear damage making the rear end of that truck harder to turn around the track and step out. It's really going to play a big factor here as they get on to the traditional turn here. Be turn 7, turn 8 for the road course. The super speedway drive off for him. This Crownover is right here. 8 tenths of a second. So we'll see if he's going to be able to close the distance here as the 88 and the 62 work each other to dear goodness. Good drive in. 88's going to carry some speed. Race leader Gavin Hibbs went to pit road. Does look like, and he was able to get in on 20, so he's going to be good on fuel for the rest of the race. The 83 is your race leader at the moment. He's got about 24 seconds, the difference. He came in on lap 11, so he's still going to have to come to pit road. Joe Francis came into pit road on 17. You can run 12 to 13 laps on your tires, I do believe. But we'll see how it goes. Holt Johnston coming to pit road. Does look like Crownover's going to reassume 6th spot from where he started, and that's going to be the way it looks. So the 83 out front, Gavin Hibbs came to pit road. He's about 5.5 seconds, 5.7 seconds away from the 83, who will need to come to pit road very shortly. Joe Francis right behind his counterpart, the 32. He's not far off. 13 seconds, tracking down to 66 right there. Jesse Cottrell coming to pit road. Oh, the 66 goes around back there. Jaron Valley right there. Gets it fired back up, and it's going to put it back on the track. I think that was just an exit issue right there off of the bus stop. We'll have to take a look at that. Jaron Valley off track. Here it is. It's coming into the chicane. He did. It was just an exit. The 33 almost to the back bumper. Man, oh man, that was close for all of the drivers. Good save for the 66, so he's going to make that work. Zachary into turn 1, turn 2 here. The S-curves being nice and easy for him as he hits turn 3. The Burnin' Rubber Radio 83 of Zachary Mertes. If I'm saying that incorrectly, somebody correct me. I appreciate you very much. Dashboard out of the way, 2.5 seconds between Hibbs and the 83. 83, 11 laps in. Or he's 9 to go. He's 11 laps into his pit cycle right now, so he's about where he was before. We'll see how that's going to work for him as the 32 tracks 2 seconds down from him here. Pit strategy is going to be a big factor for all of them. How much can you gain on the pit cycle just by being around here? '83, 32, 33, 26, 88. That's going to be the top 5 at the moment. The 3 of Cato, the 21 of King, Lakawa, and the number 6, Johnston, and the 82 of Jorgensen. It's going to be all the way through your top 10. Last car on the lead is going to be Jorgensen, and right now he's being tracked down by a few drivers. There goes the 62 of Johnston. So Jorgensen will take over 9th. 83 coming to pit road this time by. Going to give up the lead to Gavin Hibbs. As you see him hit the front stretch, 62 is going to be there. So Cato in 3rd now as Jorgensen came in on lap 12. Is going to be holding on to Turn 1, turn 2 right there, the exit. There is turn 3. Matt Jorgensen rolling through his gears, trying to be just as fast. Gavin Hibbs just ran his fastest lap of the race, 1:55.65. So you know he's going to be trying to carry as far as he can for as long as he can. Because right now the gap between first and second, 9.4 seconds. And what a drive for Hibbs. James Cato, the number 3. 1:55 behind. Holding on to 9th place, trying to track down Matt Jorgensen in front of him. There's a good battle going on between those two drivers. Turn 6 being busy. There's the 26 right there. Something happened to Cato. Looks like, oh man, he's going to have to hold on to it there. 33 goes around. Something happened there. Let's take a look. Turn 5, he gets into turn 6 here. He brakes hard and he hits the turtle and he spins around. He tries to hold on to it. And then when he got back into the throttle, I think it spun him out again. It did. Those hot tires will do it to you. Down the backstretch, there's the 26 and the 10. Into the corner. Hall in third, and Francis in second. So Dustin Hall tracking down very well. Came in on lap 12. Joe Francis in on 17. He should be able to make it on fuel if I'm doing my math correctly as far as their pit strategy goes. Gavin Hibbs last lap 1:57.40. Joe Francis 1:57.38. So maybe able to track some more time down if he's going to be able to make that work. Gavin Hibbs, 10 seconds is a long time to be able to try to make up, but 9.4 seconds the gap there. There's the 21 of Dave King. He's in 6th. He's up 4 spots. He's got the 6 right behind him. The 6 trying to find a little extra room here, try to take over another spot. The 83 in 4th back where he started. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all drivers that started right where they are. So Gavin Hibbs started on the pole. Joe Francis started in 2nd. Dustin Hall started in 3rd. And the 83 of Zachary Mertez right here, he started in 4th. So these guys are all relative to where they started and having phenomenal races. So don't count anybody out. Anything can happen. We learned last night that anything can happen in a race. Anthony Crownover up a spot, the 88 into the front stretch chicane, has the 1 right behind him. But no, I don't think he's got anything to worry about at the moment. He came in on lap 17, so he might be able to make it on fuel. Dustin Hall came in on lap 12. And so the 3rd place driver right now with 7 laps to go will put a 13-lap pit cycle to a... let's take a look. Pit strategy for the top 10. Actually, pretty much everybody. Hall, 11 laps on his pit cycle. Hibbs, it went 10, 10, and he said, I'm just going to do 10s. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to split it down 3 even pit cycles and call it good. Francis trying to make something different happen to hold on to 2nd. You can't blame him for making it work or trying to make it work. Dustin Hall on a different pit strategy, 11 laps there. The 83, who's in 4th right now, came in on he split it into 11 laps, so he's trying to track some more time down. Crownover split up his pit cycle to 3 different pit cycles, so he's going to try to make it work and try to hold on to it. All good things for everybody. Gavin Hibbs, Francis, Hall, Mertens, Crownover, Likawa, and King. There's Jorgensen, Johnston, Anderson. We've got 6 drivers still on the lead lap. There's the 32. Going around the 21, so Dave King will be a lap down now. Everybody having a good race. It's been a good race. It's been solid. We've seen our off tracks. We've seen folks have some issues, but for the most part, it's been pretty clean racing. Haven't seen any major issues. Of course, with road series racing, you never know. Bumpers and noses are sometimes taken in sometimes taking and having issues with it. So it's all good things. We'll take a look and see. Got the 3 in on pit road. Jaron Valley in on pit road. GT Michael Eckhart, he's going to be out here. Still running the number 49 truck. He's in 23rd at the moment. Still at 4 spots. It's that cone trying to make it work. Oh, man, off track. Braking zones, very difficult. There goes the 2 around him, though. Voltaire Jr. up a spot. He's in 13th. Coming to pit road on 23, so he's got some spots he quite possibly could make up here as they come around to complete their last section of laps. Hibbs, 5 laps to go, 12.6 seconds the difference. Francis, he's got 12.6 seconds to try to gain. He's gaining tenths at a time, but it's where he loses that becomes an issue. Matt Jorgensen in on pit road this time by the pitting from 9th place. Right there, the number 82, Dustin Hall doing the same. He's pitting from 3rd as he comes down pit road. So the 83 will come around and take over 3rd here. And that'll be the running order. Dustin Hall will have to get back out there and try to carry some more speed. Anthony Crownover on the backstretch. He's in 5th. Going to be trying to come out and try to catch back up to Dustin Hall. He's off of pit road this time by. Pit road's very, very slender here. You got to be very careful when you come around pit road. But you'll see Anthony Crownover hit the backstretch. Looks like Dustin Hall will be in 4th. He'll have to do some work with 5 laps to go to try to track down the 83. The gap between the 2 drivers, about 19 seconds. 13 and a half seconds as they come around, and there's some lap traffic there. Gavin Hibbs, 14 and a half seconds, only getting faster as the time progresses. Joe Francis, who came in on 17, trying to try something different. He's moving. He's still top 2 kind of night for him. They've had very consistent drive-offs. Matt Jorgensen a lap down right now. He's going to be right there in 10th. Top 10 kind of night for him. Still up 13. He and Jesse, the number 10 truck, both of these drivers have really been able to make it stick. Jorgensen came in, took fuel only, I think. Maybe he took right sides. Might have taken right sides. With that much time, possible. Be holding on to some extra tires. Who knows? The number 10 truck is the driver he's tracking down. He's a lap down at the moment, but he's tracking down Holt Johnston, who's right where he started. He's up on the front stretch chicane. Not having a bad day. Let's take a look and see who's else out there. There's Elliott Swope, the number 1 truck. He is in 14th. He started 12th. Still ready to try to compete here. Marshall Layton up 10 spots. 24 truck. Having just a little bit of issue on turn 1, but he gets the S curves and gets back into it. Turn 3. Not bad for him. He's up 10 spots. He started 16th. Looking to track down some more spots as they continue to go. 4 laps to go as Gavin Hibbs leads here. 32, 33, 83, 26, 88 for the drivers. Wonderful drive. Look at him go. Gavin Hibbs, Cambridge, Ohio. And that is where he is from. He has had a dominant race today. Able to carry down the backstretch very, very nicely. He's just been kind of flawless in his turns. He's chasing down to put one more driver to put a lap down. There's the number 6 truck in front of him. Rich having a good drive still, though. He's still in 6 spots. So the 32 making it interesting, making it worth it. Eckhart having some issues. Hammond had a little bit of an issue there. He might have just stopped. He might have had to stop there. His truck doesn't look too bad. He's in 13th right now. John Hammond, Avon Lake. Where's that from? Crownover in 5th. Hampton, Virginia native. Dampier having an issue here. I don't know what's going on there. Looks like he got turned around there. Let's take a look here. Getting into the bus stop. down in the gears. Now, another thing that can happen when you're on the bus stop. Hold on to it. Tries to back. He's going to hold on to the brakes here. Try to back his truck up. There you go. Yeah, that's all that happened. All good things. Back to live conditions. He's back up there and really working it. All right, Gavin Hibbs, your race leader. Joe Francis in second. 20 seconds the difference. 83 takes over third. Dustin Hall is going to be right behind him, though. The 26, the Magna Utah driver. He is right there. So this might be a battle for third here. Coming up very soon. 3 laps to go. And it's been pretty fun. Jorgensen off track here. Up into the wall. But Magnus Anderson's going to make a pass on him. So, all good. Back in it. Biggest mover of the race, the number 10. Jesse Cottrell right there. He's up 13 spots. He started 22nd. He's in 9th. Gavin Hibbs trying to make a sweep of this race, and he's doing a phenomenal job at it. 83 and the 26. Going to be a battle for third here very soon. We see both of these drivers carrying out of turn 6. Dustin Hall right there on the tail of the driver, about a second and a quarter off from him. As they come around to the bus stop, we'll see what kind of corner that the 26 is going to be able to get in here. It looks like the 83 hits the corner very nicely. All able to close a little bit of that distance, but not near the distance that he needs. 1 second now. Does look like maybe a less than perfect exit for the 83. Hall trying to make it work. Gavin Hibbs, 2 laps to go. 22 seconds to lead here over Joe Francis. So these drivers are pretty much 1 and 2, barring any kind of catastrophe. But the 83 and the 26, that's going to be the battle coming down for third here with 2 laps to go. There's a lot of things that can still happen here. Dustin Hall, when he came to pit road, well, I tell you what, he came to pit road on 25 for fuel. It's like I don't know that he took any kind of tires, but his last lap, a full second better than the 83. And so right now the 83 just trying to handle that truck all the way down into turn number 3 right here. Dustin Hall right behind him, closing the distance as he pulls within a second of the driver in front of him. Turn 4, the dog leg to the left for both of these drivers. Gavin Hibbs into the bus stop. That's the difference on the track here. He's going to come around and hit the front stretch chicane, take the bus stop, or not the bus stop, take the white flag here. Now the 26 and the 83, the battle for third, still within reach for both of these drivers. As you see Hall try to carry more speed out of the exit. Second gained, about 1/10 of a second gain for Mirtez as he comes around. So we'll see if that relative changes anyway, or anytime soon. White flag waves here. Dominant night for the 32. Hibbs doing a phenomenal job of being able to have the right strategy. 10 lap pit cycles, went in, changed tires, did everything that he was supposed to do here, and has had the performance of the afternoon. So a great drive, clean truck, able to work his way around traffic and into the corners very nicely. Hibbs can all but take it easy. 25.7 seconds between he and Joe Francis, the 33, driving the Cabela's Chevy Silverado. In the 83 into the front stretch chicane. He's going to have some traffic in front of him. Oh, man, Hall locks him up into the corner there, trying to gain any kind of speed. So they're going to have that last lap battle going on. The 83 and the 26 into turn 1. Hall had the speed, and now he's got a 3-second gap between he and the 83. So that's a whole different kind of ball game going on here. Turn 7, turn 8 to the backstretch for the 32. Just a few more turns left for the 32. Gavin Hibbs having one heck of a night. and able to drive off here. Hibbs out of the bus stop. 4 more turns for the driver here. And into the front stretch chicane. The 32 able to drive in, have a great night. Look at how those brakes are glowing. You know, those brakes are super hot. Into the turn, front stretch, little hop right there, but the 32 is going to come around and win it here as Gavin Hibbs is going to win the Daytona Road Course. The 32 able to drive around, have one heck of a night. What a fantastic drive off. A lot of racing still left to go. The 33 of Francis is going to come around and finish the race quite nicely as well. A good little drive off. You can see the brakes of these trucks, how they are just glowing into the corners. And a lot of driving for all the drivers. No failures tonight. So the 33 able to make it. Lekawa is going to finish 6th. He crosses the start-finish line. So the 33 having a great drive there. The 83 of Zachary Mirtez right there. I'm going to ask him whenever I get him into the broadcast booth. He's going to comfortably finish in 3rd. Had Hall. Hall was tracking him down there for a little bit, and what a drive he had. But Zach will finish 3rd, so there's your top 3. Hall will finish 4th. Crownover will finish in 5th. And that is all because of the drive that he had. He's able to have a top 5 kind of night. So Dustin Hall finishes in 6th as they come around and have their cool-down lap. The 88 still battling out there. Still drivers still coming around to complete their final lap. I think Crownover's one of few that have not taken the checkered flag yet. So we'll take a look here and we'll kind of see what they're doing. It looks like everybody, Jorgensen's coming around to complete his lap. Jorgensen coming around turn 1. I think he just completed his lap. So the 88 of Crownover last to do it, coming around. And he will have it here, so he'll have that top 5 kind of night. Gavin Hibbs will come in and celebrate. And everybody kind of enjoying that feel. Congratulations to the number 32 as he still runs the out lap, the cool down lap. Great little race for him here. Race results brought to you by Reaper Speedlabs and all of the sponsors over here at the Kickin Assphalt Truck Series. Gavin Hibbs is going to be your race leader, or your race winner here. Joe Francis in 2nd. Zachary Mirtis in 3rd. Dustin Hall, Anthony Crownover, Rich Likawa right there. Likawa, if I'm saying that, he was, I think he was trying to do a burnout there. Something, and he blew his engine. He's not going to be able to do the burnout. Oh, that's no fun. Maybe he might be able to do it now. There he goes. He's going to burn it down now. Let's see. Holt Johnston 7th, Cottrell in 8th, and Anderson 9th, King in 10th, Jorgensen, Hammond, Coulter Jr., that's all the way to 13th, Carpenter, Swope, Layton, Dampier, and Cunningham through 18th as the 32 celebrates down here. Take a look at the rest of the field as they start to pile in here. We're going to get these drivers interviewed real quick. And let's see, we're 18th, Cato in 19th, Valley in 20th, Park in 21st, Eckert in 22nd, Bradley Brandon finishes in 23rd, Lanier in 24th, Donnell Williams and Matt Swope, Ryan Hatch all the way through 27th for all of the drivers. So a fantastic drive off for everybody. Let's go and we'll try to take a look at everybody. Here we go. There he is. He's celebrating. He's burning it down. Mr. Gavin Hibbs is going to be a race winner here at the Daytona Road Course. Gavin, talk to me about your race. You had it. You had everything that you needed. You had one fantastic line right there as well. So walk me through your race and kind of what you had planned on at the beginning.
For me, this is more like my type of racing. And these trucks or just any NASCAR stock car, really. I'm more of a road guy than oval. So, I just needed to get the right setup down. And, it looks like we found that tonight. We had some missed calls, or yeah, close calls there during the race. Just trying to survive, getting through the traffic without having any issues was key. Uh, you know, and also having to worry about Joe Francis. He was he was giving me a run for my money tonight. I'll give him that.
Well, you took a kind of like a just a traditional pit strategy, 10 laps, 10 laps. He tried something different to try to make you work for it there. And there at the end of the race, it just seemed like that 10 lap pit strategy just worked for you with the taking tires every time, just trying to get the feel for the truck. Great line, great drive off. It just seemed like the track was there for you.
Yeah, thank you. We were just talking. He pitted a little bit early. We were pretty much on the same strategy, pitting every 10 laps, and he on that last pit stop, he went a few laps before, and he didn't realize that he was going to be so close on fuel, so he was mostly saving on that last run. But yeah, the first pit stop, he didn't take tires whatsoever, so the challenge was to get around him because it felt like we were pretty much even in that first run, but just getting around him was going to be the challenge. And yeah, he played some strategies right tonight, and like I said, gave me a run for my money there at the end, and made a great battle there in the middle of that second run.
It was absolutely phenomenal drive off for both of you drivers, and it seemed like you guys were neck and neck, and that would have been the battle there at the end. But we always say that anything can happen in racing. You could have hit the line could have hit the turtle the wrong way, and next thing you know, you and Joe would have been battling for the last couple of laps as well. So, but it was a phenomenal drive here at the Daytona Road Course, and I want to congratulations on your first win here. You're going to be locked in, right?
I believe so. Yeah, and thank you so much.
All right, locked into the playoffs. That's going to be that's a breath of fresh air for the road course for you. And through 2 races, that's I think that for me, if I was good at road course racing, that right there would have been the factor for me. Here we go. All right, I can win this one. I'm locked in now. Let's just figure out what the rest of this is going to do. So congratulations on the race win here. And I want to make sure you give an opportunity to get a few shout outs out there, teams and all that stuff. And I appreciate you waiting around for the broadcast booth.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I'd like to give a shout out to my boys at Strictly Stock Motorsports. Shout out Jesse, Joe, Richard, Holt, GT, Cato. Especially Richard. He helped us with the setup and making sure we got it absolutely perfect for tonight. So I want to thank him especially on that. And yeah, obviously, shout out to Joe as well for making my race a little bit more interesting, battling it out there in the middle of that race. But yeah,
it definitely worked out for you, and congratulations. I look forward to being able to talk to you a little bit more here coming up in the future. We look forward to many more races with you, and man, it was a great drive. Just congratulations, man.
Thank you, and I hope to be here speaking to you as well a bit more this year. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Gavin Hibbs is going to be your race winner here, and he does so in true Foreman fashion by 27.489 seconds. That was a heck of a drive off. I think that right there is what impresses me, because you passed everybody all the way to 6th.
Oh wow.
just saying. Congratulations once again, Gavin. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you so much, and thank you for putting on this broadcast.
Absolutely. It's what I love to do. Gavin Hibbs, your race winner, and we'll talk to his teammate next, the man himself, Joe Francis. You didn't take tires on that second stint, or that first pit stop, but you were able to really hold on to it for a long while there. Walk me through your strategy, kind of how your race went. A dominating second place, no matter how you look at it. You're still 23 seconds away from third. Just kind of walk me through, Joe. Congratulations on a P2 finish as well.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Me and Gavin were kind of working together since we're sort of teammates. We've worked together a lot and practiced together a lot, and we've done a lot of races together. And we were kind of colluding at the beginning, and we were talking about once we can kind of clear the field, and we would start racing each other a little bit harder. And he was pulling away. He got to about 5 seconds away, so I had to figure out something to try and get by him. So it was either pit early or change up the tire strategy. And I was looking at the times, and we were getting 10 laps into the run, and the times were not too bad, and the truck was still pretty easy to drive. Plus, we had a pretty good setup thanks to the rest of my team. And I figured it's going to cut a lot more time off, not just taking tires. And I think I can try and hold them off for a few laps on older tires. And I tried that, and it worked for a few laps, but he just tracked me down a little too fast because he's probably the best among my group of drivers. And congratulations to him.
Well, it did work. I was watching your lap times, and I was like, this actually might work in your advantage over the long haul. And then you had a 13. You said that you were worried about fuel. 13 laps, kind of a little bit too much to be testing with it if you were trying to go hard out.
Yeah, the other idea was that if I didn't take tires the first time, I was going to take tires. I was going to pit early and take tires the second time, so I can kind of gain time on Gavin, assuming that he was going to stay out longer on the older tires, and hopefully I gained some time on him. So at that point, I wouldn't have as old tires, and hopefully came out in front of him. So I pitted early, or sort of early, just late enough to where I know I could make it. But it got to the point where I was about half a gallon short, so I just had to start saving fuel, or maybe not really half a gallon short. I think I would have run out at the start-finish line, maybe a little bit sooner. So I just had to start saving fuel. But a little before that, I actually spun sort of and went through the grass, so it kind of knocked my strategy off. I knew I wasn't going to get Gavin at that point, so I just started saving fuel.
Yeah, we did see that was somewhere around the bus stop where you were back there. So but it's still, I mean, if you look at the drive that you had and a P2 finish here, I know that coming up we got some short tracks and some ovals and some dirt. I think you guys got some dirt coming up here very soon. So yeah, you guys, the drive here was still phenomenal. I mean, a few issues, some lap traffic that you guys were able to work around, and it just seemed like the track was right there for both of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a lot of laps on this track because me and Gavin both did the Daytona 24 earlier this year, and we both finished pretty well in our respective races. And Gavin actually won his. We got fourth in mine, so we got probably 1,000 laps each on this track. We got a lot of time on here.
Yeah, practice makes perfect. so there you go. That's kind of how it works. Well, congratulations once again on a P2 finish. I want to make sure you give your shout outs out there as well. And 27 seconds might be a lot to recover, but 23 seconds behind you was a lot to recover as well. So great strategy. It worked out to be able to finish here, and congratulations once again.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you for broadcasting.
Give your shout outs. I know you got people.
Okay.
Yeah, go for
it. Yeah, not just my team. Jesse, James, GT, Richard, Chris, Holt, Gavin, and Bryson, even though he didn't show up tonight. But thanks you guys. Thanks guys for being probably the best team on iRacing.
Sounds like they are. I mean, you guys finished 1-2. Congratulations, P2 finish. I look forward to seeing you guys next week, and a great drive off for you. And I'm just like, it was a great race to be able to broadcast, and I could see it all this time. So it was awesome.
All right. Thank you.
You too. Joe Francis finishes in second, and the number 33 able to hold on to that P2 for quite a while. I mean, that was absolutely insane. Last but not least, our P3 finisher here had a great strategy coming in, able to make it work, pitted on lap 22, had the drive off for the ages, able to hold off Dustin Hall there at the very end. Zach, how do you say your last name? Because I'm tired of butchering it.
Murtis. I was going to tell you about that.
Much appreciation. I was going to ask because I was like, man, is it Spanish? Is it not Spanish? What is it like?
It is actually German, if I'm not mistaken.
Perfect. I just wanted to be sure. Murtis, I'm gonna store that information. I just want to make sure that I get it right. My last name's Followell. Like I said, I don't want to. I hate butchering last names. It's just kind of the way it is. Walk me through your race, man. You took that number 83, kind of just through the field, and able to really hold on to it. You're up a spot from the start of the race, but you kind of fell back there a little bit, and found yourself working your way back through the field. Kind of walk me through that.
Well, I mean, the truck was great. I got a good setup in it, and I got to thank my good guys, Jaron Valley. He's been helping me a little bit with these setups. But, it's just these trucks, they got a lot of torque, and if you get to the throttle too hard, they just slide off corner exit, and, I bounced off the curbs a little bit and spun out 3 times, but my first spin came lap 3, and I lost 3 spots because of it. I was running third right on the back of the 33, and I don't know, man. Just whenever something happens and I don't like it, something inside me just clicks, and I start popping off laps. I did it tonight. I did it last Tuesday in the Legend car, and it just once you realize that you made that mistake and it's going to cost you, and you just want to get that back, it's like a totally different mentality and a different drive.
You have to find that focus and drive yourself into your corners and make sure that you're hitting your marks and find that repetition. 30 laps it's a long time around the track, but 30 laps isn't really that much for repetition.
Right, and I mean, I was looking at it in 10-lap increments and trying to figure out what the fuel strategy was, because, I mean, I was way off the leader, so I figured, you know what, I'm going to try to stretch it as long as I can, see how far I can go. Of course, I didn't do that completely, but I stretched the fuel best I could on the first run to see where I could pit. I contemplated tires on the second stop because the tires were good. The only reason my rear tires were burned off was for obvious reasons. But, me and my teammate, Michael Eckhart, he had his struggles throughout the race, and I kind of feel bad for him. I, tried to coach him a little bit in practice. He wasn't able to turn any good laps and kind of got meandered in the back. But I'm all around happy with my performance tonight, and sucks he couldn't have as good of a performance, but, he's a lot happier that we're heading to an oval next week.
Speaking of which, you guys are going to be at Las Vegas next week. What do you think about Vegas and the Truck Series?
Vegas has always treated me well, in terms of league races, but, those are fixed leagues. This is an open setup series, and you got to find what works for you. You got to be able to make adjustments. I actually made a grill tape adjustment mid-race during, the Daytona to kind of manage my engine temp, because my grill tape was a little too high, and I was having trouble keeping up with the guys because I was trying to manage my engine temp and kind of coast it through some of the corners. But, going forward with Vegas next week, I feel like I have a really good, strong run going forward. Momentum P3 after last week at Daytona, I had a strong truck, and, stuff happened on the start of the race and I couldn't avoid it, and then stuff happened middle of the race, I couldn't avoid it. So to come and get third right now is great, and it's just a lot of good momentum going forward. Looking forward to the rest of the season and picking up some good points.
Well, it's going to be about consistency over the long haul. That's kind of if you don't get your race win, if you're top 3 every week or top 5 every week, that's really going to be the factor there. I mean, Anthony Crownover actually, he's got his top 5 tonight, good enough for him. Finding those top 5s, finding those top 3s, and being able to manage yourself over the long haul. That right there is probably going to be the big factor here. Open setups can be detrimental when it comes to having the right setup, but if you can't consistently drive it, I think you're hitting the nail on the head. That's pretty much where you find the best advantage.
Right, and it's all about just feeling comfortable with what you're driving, and if you don't feel comfortable with it, you're not going to run fast with it. So, I just got my setup thrown at me today, and I popped it in, got about 15 minutes of practice, and I was able to put P2 on the board, and I was like, okay, I think we got a strong run here. But, I know it's probably going to be a little tough to get wins this season with guys in different setups, so ultimately I'm trying to look at consistency moving forward in terms of making the playoffs towards the end of the season and then ultimately running for that championship.
I think that's the ultimate goal, and it's a great mindset to have. Way to put your head back into it and finish top 3 here again, back-to-back. Hopefully we can see get a win here in the next couple of weeks, and I don't doubt we won't see you back here, at least in the broadcast booth, one more time.
Definitely, man. I'd like to thank my my teammate Michael Eckhart for kind of coaching me after he had his race ended, and then I'd like to thank the sponsors, Burning Rubber Radio, Mining Store. Hopefully, I can make them proud this weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Legend car.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's good to see you guys out there racing. I'm keeping up on what you guys are doing out there as well. So make sure that you keep your head into it this next race too.
I definitely will. Going to try to keep my head down moving forward.
Zach, fantastic drive off there. Congratulations once again, and I look forward to seeing you next week at Vegas.
Look forward to seeing you too, man.
Welcome, Zach. Murtis.
Curtis.
I'm saying it 3 times just to make sure I get it right. Just because all race I'm like, I'm butchering this, and I know I am. Zach, congratulations on a P3, and folks, he was absolutely doing exactly what he was supposed to do. He did a phenomenal job of maintaining the truck. All the drivers did as well. It was a great race for me to watch. I appreciate everybody that was out there watching as well. Thank you to all. And they were talking about sponsors. I want to make sure we thank all of the sponsors out there as well, because without them, this league couldn't be what it is. Thank you to, of course, the Kickin Assphalt Truck Series for bringing me on to be able to do this. YRD Designs, U-Haul Moving and Storage, MCI Graphics on Trading Paints, Buttkicker, Feel What You've Been Missing, Blues Diecast, and of course, Team 126 Racing. We talked about Reaper Speedlab, Burning Rubber Radio, Ayers iRacing Paints, and of course, all of you fans of Signature Esports out there. Make sure you like and follow us on all the platforms. Make sure that you go and join the Kickin Assphalt Truck Series Facebook group so that way they can hear from you. And make sure that you chat it up out there. Join our Signature Esports Live Facebook group so I can see what you guys are watching and what you're doing out there. We love and appreciate you very much. And next week they're going to be at Vegas. It's going to be a great race. I like Vegas. Vegas is super fast, super aggressive, and with the right setup, you're going to see these. You're going to see somebody get out there and dominate, and that is going to be absolutely amazing to see. Thank you to everybody watching out there. And as I always say it, if I don't see you, well, I hope you have a good afternoon, good evening, and a good morning.